sunny's on.
That's all right. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. A little bit different today. We're not out on the water fishing, but I'm with my good mate Dylan, and I put it on my Instagram last night for you guys to ask some questions, and we're just going to sit here, have a little bit of a chat. But yeah, we'll get those questions out.
I've got your phone here, buddy.
Dylan's going to ask me some questions, and we're just going to have a bit of a chat. And
first of all, let's pop to it. Where are we?
We're up in the Gold Coast at the moment. We just fished 3 days on the Flathead Classic, and it's been hard.
We're not flathead, or I'm definitely not a flathead fisherman, but it's always a hard grind up here on the coast. There's hundreds of boats chasing flathead. It's the hardest 3 days of the year to catch flathead, but we got a few.
We got a few. Dylan got a really good one. What was that?
It went 71 or 72.
71, yeah. It was a good fish.
Yep.
Put on a big squidgy, and
we all thought it was a giant.
We thought it was big.
It wasn't a giant. I had it hooked in the head and we couldn't get it out of the current. But anyway, enough of that. The boys, our teammates, look like they have picked up the two-man champion team. So that's enough of that. Let's get back to Hugo and ask you some questions, buddy.
All right, let's get into it.
Okay, first question.
Yep.
And this is really fitting for now. How hard is it to film YouTube clips or videos?
Filming them and making them is probably the funnest part, I reckon. But it's getting the content itself. So going out there, I can go out for heaps of sessions and just not get the fish I'm after, or not get enough fish to make a big video, or I might get the fish and not have recorded it how I wanted it to be in my head. So that's probably the biggest struggles. And
there's a lot of pressure, and that's what people don't understand when they watch it.
Exactly.
It's not pressure, it's pressure on yourself that you put there, because you've got to catch the fish, the weather's got to be right, and then you've got to go home and create the content by editing it to make it watchable. That's it.
And you wake up 10 minutes late to fish and you forget your GoPro batteries. And I've done that a fair few times. So it's small things like that, that one little mistake in the day goes kind of over for filming. But no, it's really good fun. I really enjoy it.
Well, that's good, mate. And you do a good job too. So I'll put that down.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What's your favourite combo to fish the urban creeks around Sydney?
At the minute, I'm throwing around, I think it's a little Vanford, little 1,000 or 2.5 size. And on a 6'9" Senzo, so a little short rod in those creeks. I can duck and weave between the mangroves and get good brim, flathead, whiting, trevally.
Line?
Line, 6 pound line, run 6 or 8 pound leader depending on how heavy the structure is. But for your saltwater, fish a little bit lighter, but then for your bass and everything, I switch it up to about a 12 to a 16 pound.
Heavier? Yeah,
a little bit, because those bass, you hook them and you've dead set got that much room before they're back in the snag, so got to rip them out.
That's a little bit of you taught me something there. That's cool. Go heavier. Okay, what's important when fishing Sydney Harbour compared to less fished areas? So urban area, like a heavily fished area.
Yeah, Sydney Harbour's a bit of a weird one. I'd definitely say it's one of the busiest harbours at times in New South Wales, Australia even.
Yeah.
You got ferries, you got cargo ships, you've got party guys, you got everything on the water. So trying to produce a fish out of such a packed and chockers waterway is pretty difficult. But my biggest tips, pretty much for anywhere, finding bait, finding a little spot that not too many people are fishing, getting out of the way of people. Oh, nearly in. All right, I'll be dead honest with you. It was too hot on the beach there, my feet were burning. So I've got Dylan, we jumped on the boat
Standard Queensland weather, mate.
Mate, nice and warm up here, so much better than Sydney at the minute. But we'll keep going.
Okay, the next question, from there to here.
Yep.
Hugo, would you ever see yourself doing fly in the future? I know last year you fished with Shannon.
With Shannon, he was a really good fly fisher,
yeah. And you loved it too, but you didn't fish fly, you fished lure.
Yeah. The big answer to that is if I'm skilled enough. I don't think I'm coordinated enough to whip that thing around, but I'd definitely give it a try. There's so many different species and ways to fly fish. You can fish sinking line, floating line, everything from your small flies to big ones for big flathead jewies.
Well, that's what it's all about too, throwing something that you can't cast.
Have you ever done much fly fishing?
I tried it. Uncoordinated.
Yeah, it's definitely, definitely not easy.
I can cast a fly, but not far enough to catch the big fish. So
yeah, fair enough. So yeah, one day we'll hopefully get into it and have a look at it.
It's another skill set. Like I know up north where my mates live too, you get the big, you get so many good stuff like the blue bones and all that. It's super fun. So you should give it a go and put some time in.
Yeah, it's a whole other ball game, I reckon.
Yeah.
Fishing a whole different style and learning a whole different technique. So yeah, definitely one day, I reckon.
Okay, next question.
Yep.
What lure's been working best at the Flatty Classic for you first? This is it's in general, but first of all, Flatty Classic. I know we haven't caught many.
It's been pretty rough, but I've been fishing with a lot of the squidgy prawn wrigglers, squidgy prawn fish, anything from like that 65 to, we're fishing 110 mil lures.
Yeah, I got that big 80s. One on 140.
Yeah, even the bigger ones, and also on the bigger ones. But yeah, anything that's pretty bright, the flathead seem to love. As an old saying, if it's not chartreuse, it ain't no use. I've heard that one. So I like fishing, yeah. You were fishing a big, bright pink one.
That's what we got that, bigger one on. Yep.
Yeah, I've been throwing a few natural colours around, but pretty much, yeah, anything from that 65 to about 140 millimetre.
Yep.
Has been working pretty good.
140 centimetre.
Oh, that'd be massive. Bigger than any flathead I've caught.
Okay, next one, mate. Oh, no, we'll go further on that. At home.
Back home?
Let's go the harbour. Like, what are you throwing in the harbour?
Yeah, so I like to fish pretty natural in the harbour.
And type, like, so you're throwing jerk baits, poppers, soft plastics?
Yeah, I'm pretty big on the soft plastics.
Yep.
I feel like hard bodies, it's over pretty, especially in Middle Harbour, it's a pretty deep system. So throwing those jerk baits, there are flats and stuff like that. Unless you've got your fish higher up in the water, it's hard to get those hard bodies deep down into 20 metres of water or so. So mostly throwing plastics, vibes. Definitely love a vibe at the moment. Go on the flatties, dewies.
And I see some of your videos when you're in the creeks at home, little hard bodies too.
Little cranks, little poppers, little top water.
So you use everything and it's all dependent on, let's say, the depth, the area.
Exactly, how the fish are feeding.
What they're feeding on, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't go throwing a popper when it's middle of winter and the fish are down deep. So it's just, yeah, seeing what's going on and, like you said before, adapting to
what's
when
going
you reckon
on.
The fish will eat, yeah.
Yep. Okay. How do you catch so many kingfish?
I love kingfish. I don't catch big ones, I'll be honest with you. I catch some more right ones in the harbour, but I love it. Just anything from big jerk shads to live bait. Love catching the good.
And they fight, they bite hard, they fight hard.
They're definitely like the king of the Sydney harbour. Everyone loves them. So yeah, the strong fighting fish. I just put quite a bit of time into it. I've grown up chasing them.
Yep.
That's been the prize fish. So I like to say I've got it kind of down pat at the minute, but getting live squid or throwing your big jerk shads, your poppers, stick baits, stuff like that at all the markers in the harbour. Once you find them, you find out their pattern of how they're eating, where they're eating. It's pretty simple after that.
And they're aggressive, so you can't call them dumb, but they're going to eat most of the time.
They're going to eat. If they're hungry, they're going to eat. If they're not going to eat, they won't eat. Simple as that.
Okay, next one. What rod and reel do you guys use? I think this might have been for the Flatty Classic in general.
In general, yeah. So I was throwing a 3 to 6 kilo, 7 foot, with this 2500 size reel on there. There's so many different options to choose from. You got your T-curves, your revolutions. I was throwing a little Senza.
We use a lot. I used an Senza pretty much the whole time. So they're a good price point, and I can say they're a really good good rod to use.
Hold a question for you.
Okay.
What if you could have one setup to fish with for the next 6 months only? What are you picking?
Well, me because I fish impoundment barra, I fish on the reef, I fish for snapper, flathead apparently. I use a T-curve and I've been using a 3 to 6 kilo, so super light. And the last one I got was...
Let me go grab it, I'm going to show them.
Yep, well, I'll keep talking. The last barra I got on this rod was a 115 centimetre impoundment barra, which you wouldn't think on a 3 to 6 kilo setup you could get with the Stratic SW. And I've got Kairiki line on this, and I fish 30-pound Kairiki for pretty much everything. So right now this is set up for flatties. I use it for snapper, barra, up on the flats for coral trout. Honestly, that is one of the best combos I think you can put down like on earth for all round. I love them too. The new T-curve range, I use really big leaders, and they've got oversized eyelets. So FG knot does, well, your FG knot comes back in. So that's a big thing. So yeah, that's my setup for all round.
Yeah, right.
Obviously use everything else. Top waters, you can't use over top water, but yeah, I think that's a really, really good setup.
I think that 3 to 6 kilo range is pretty much covers everything.
It does it. Well, as I said, like 25, 30 kilo barra on that exact setup.
That's impressive.
Right there.
That's pretty good.
So,
and that'll get even your brim, your flathead, your whiting, everything 3 to 6 kilo. That's what I recommend to so many people because you've got such a wide range of cast weight and just...
And price point too. That whole setup's it's not high end. It's not the bottom. It's like the entry level to the really good stuff.
Really nice stuff, yeah. I've been seeing you fishing with it. I even had a crack at it as well, and it's a super nice combo.
Cast these jerk chads 1,000 miles.
They do.
Crazy. So
it's unreal.
Yeah, that's enough about me. Let's get back to you. Oh, delete photo. No. What's the best season/month to target mulloway in the rivers of New South Wales?
That's a hard one. I think a lot of people have different answers to that, I think.
When do you catch them?
I've been, the last 3 to 4 months, I've been doing pretty well on the Deweys back home in Sydney Harbour, the Hawkesbury, Parramatta River. I haven't got many big ones recently.
So that's coming into summer, spring?
Yeah, I like that almost August to November time.
Yep.
I feel like the rivers get full of those decently sized 50 to 70 centimetre models, and that's when I get out there and chase them pretty hard.
Well, here's a little bit of homework for you. You should work out why the little ones are up there at that time. Are they going up to spawn? Are they what they're saying? That you'd be able to work out their whole cycle then.
I feel like it might be the mullet pushing up the river. They kind of follow them up there.
Yep.
Because you see in winter it's quite quiet up the rivers, but then in summer those mullet run in, and that's when the Deweys are up there. So I think
there you go.
Put them together and you get a good Dewey bite.
Perfect. Well, I don't know your pin number. Well, that's it. That's all our questions. I've got a couple of questions for you.
Yep, hit me.
Okay. Flatty Classic. I said it was going to be hard.
Yep.
Expectations are obviously high.
Yep.
Why do you think it's so hard for this 3 days in October or end of September to catch flathead?
We're just getting into flathead season now. We've got a massive waterway.
And we're not from here, that's probably
We're not from here yet.
Yep.
And so fishing back home for both of us is pretty different, I'd say.
Yep. And the boat traffic's crazy.
You've got jet skis up here, which we don't have back home in the harbour. You've got paragliding boats, you've got cruisers, helicopters. You've got, just for our competition alone, it's something like 200 to 220 boats, I like to say, on the water, fishing the known banks, the spots that everyone drives past every day. You've got holiday goals fishing as well. It's pretty chaotic. I always, before I get up here, I'm always like, oh, I'm going to smack them there, but then I get up here and I'm like, there's already 4 boats on that bank. And
it makes it hard.
It's just super chaotic, isn't it?
Well, it's a fun event and it's been good having you up here, mate, in the boat. We've had some fun.
It's been very good. A few laughs and
plenty of laughs, a couple of beers at night. It's been a good event.
And we've got a big flatty. We've got a good one. You got a good one.
Yeah, it was all right. So
yeah, it was good.
I was happy with that, actually. We weren't expecting. We went to a big fish bank and we knew it was a big fish bank and we got lucky enough. We pulled a couple of little ones off. And first of all, we straight away were like, if there's little ones here, there's got to be a big girl sitting here somewhere. And we were lucky enough to, one of us plugged it wasn't a big one, but
it was nice to look at fish.
Well, I actually hooked it in the head. So when it came up, and the big ones, when they come up, they shake their head real aggressively. And I was under the water doing that. I was like, oh,
I got the net, I was trembling.
We've got a big fish.
And Dom was going, oh, pressure on the net. I scooped him.
We got it. And then normally the big ones grow when they got in the boat. I looked at Dom and I was like, it's not a big one. But anyway, we had a pretty fun event.
Good. I appreciate you having me on the boat, mate.
All good, mate. We just held hands. It was super fun. So
we'll get up here again soon and try and get them next year, I guess.
We might go to the reef or something.
Take me up there, we'll do some sick videos up on the reef, I reckon.
I love it, mate. No, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure, like, subscribe, do that good stuff, and you guys might see some videos of me on the reef soon, so we'll see how we go. Catch you guys next time.